What's good, fam? This is part 2 of my message to the chosen ones, inspired by the movie The Craft. We talking about taking back your thunder. We're talking about your clapback season. We talking about, I heard Spirit say, striking while the iron's hot. Okay. All right. Interesting revelation, Spirit. I'm hearing Hot Girl Summer for some reason, so Megan Thee Stallion might be significant. But you know what? She the clapback queen, though. I like her. A lot of people might talk about her who don't understand, right? They don't understand her. But one thing that you got to respect is somebody who know how to talk their shit, who got a good clapback. I'm hearing Cardi B. Yeah, they don't have to be perfect. I had somebody jump in my comments the other day when I posted a video about the chosen ones and Heyoka Impasse, and I included Cardi B. One thing I don't do is I don't speak on people. So don't jump in my comments talking about, well, this person did this, so they're not a chosen one. You don't know what their path is. I'm hearing Spirit say, we got chosen ones out here they're really about that life. I'll just say that. They're really about that life. It's giving street gangsters, okay? They're really about that life. God's earth angels, baby, listen. Those that know. Many of us come from some dark places. Okay? Some sketchy spaces. All right? It took us a minute to get here. We all got a story. So I don't care if her journey started in the strip club. It's not about where you've been. It's about where you end up. So stop speaking on people. Stop speaking on people's journey. Spirit said she is a chosen one. I'm not going to argue with that. Just because you believe in what's in the tabloids and these fake beefs and all this stuff. Come on now, y'all better than that. But anyway, we're going to pick up where we left off. I was talking about a synchronicity that I came across yesterday where I passed by an advanced auto parts. And God said that I'm detailing you right now. Yeah, I'm detailing you. I'm hearing damn near perfect. All right? So even with your flaws, you are damn near perfect. You're perfect for the role. You're perfect for this assignment that God has for you. God is just doing a little detailing. Just cleaning you up a little bit. Restoring that faith. Restoring that strength. Restoring that confidence. Okay? But Spirit said, you're free. That's the next one I have here on my paper. Free. And you might have been seeing 133, 13, and 222. Those are all significant for this collective. Atlantis and Orion is also significant. I'm speaking to some ancient beings, some old souls. I'm hearing Lemurians, starseeds. Yes, you shine bright. I'm hearing Polaris. Interesting. But Spirit said, it's your clapback season, chosen one. Your thunder. Your energy is electrifying. It's powerful. Have you ever been struck by lightning? Probably not, because you wouldn't be here right now. That's how powerful you are. I mean, I did get struck by lightning one time, but thankfully I was meditating on a tree when it happened, but I almost thought I was dead for a minute. I felt it go through my body. It's powerful. That's you, collective. You're powerful. I have a few other synchronicities. I saw a hawk yesterday. Actually, I saw 2 hawks. I also saw a U-Haul that had a raptor on it. Alaska is significant. I saw a sign that had eagle. So eagles are significant. Powerful birds. They're not prey, they're predators, what I'm hearing. They're predators. They're not prey. They're not running scared. I talked about in my other message, Spirit said it's time for you to stop running scared. These demons fear you. It's time for you to stand in your power, collective. It's time for you to walk in your authority. You walk with God power. You're a representation of God. I talked about this in the last message. Yesterday I saw ambassador. You're an ambassador for God, for the light. And that doesn't mean that you can't embrace your darkness. You're on earth. You have to be balanced. I used Archangel Michael as a reference. Okay? Archangel Michael said, I had to F some demons up. Okay? So yes, he's an angel, but he have to F some demons up sometimes. You got to speak your truth sometimes. You got to clap back sometimes. You have to defend yourself sometimes. You're not a weakling. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. I'm hearing birds of prey. Wow. I used that in one of my songs the other day. Birds of prey. They're predators. Actually, that's a movie. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. That was the Harley Quinn movie. Once again, we're channeling that Harley and Joker energy. Spirit said it's time for you to stop seeing yourself as a victim. You're powerful as F. Stop being afraid of people being afraid of you. Let me repeat that. Stop being afraid of people being afraid of you. You know why they're afraid of you? Because they see your power. They see your light. But Spirit needs you to see it. You don't conform, collective. You don't just go with the program. You're rebellious for a reason. Sometimes it's good to be rebellious. That means that you're not blindly just following the crowd. Yellow butterflies and crows. I saw a lot of crows yesterday, and I felt so close to them. I felt so close to them because I know when I start seeing crows, baby, that's that Morgan energy. That's that Hecate energy. That's that Kalima energy. That Bastet energy I'm hearing, baby. Black cats, okay? Spirit said the collective that I'm speaking to, success is about to chase you. Happiness is about to chase you. Okay? Opportunities are about to chase you. Canada, California, New York, New Jersey, Montana are all significant. Florida, Tallahassee specifically, significant. You don't have to be from one of those states, but those are just some states that Spirit channeled to me. So you could be from there. You could be traveling there. But it's a sign. Also, a lot of police sirens. So that's where that message came from. I saw a police car chase yesterday. Spirit said, opportunities are about to chase you. Money is about to chase you. Love is about to chase you. Okay? 4:34 on the clock right now. Get ready for the chase. And Spirit said, stop running from your power. Stop running from your platform. Stop running from leadership. It's who you are. It's who you are. You can't be afraid to ruffle some feathers. You can't be afraid to trigger people in this season. Let them be triggered. Triggers are healing. Because when people are triggered, it causes them to look at themselves. So let them be triggered. You're a mirror. You reflect to people what they want to be. Like I talked about in my other message, you give them an option. When you're living in your fullest potential, you make other people want to live in their fullest potential. When you're shining your light and being authentic, you make other people want to shine their light and be authentic. It's giving Doja Cat. It's giving Rihanna energy. When you shine your light, you set trends. When you shine your light, you leave an impact on people. You become legendary. You become memorable because there's nobody like you. I'm not sure what song that was, but it's interesting because it popped up. It said one more dance, and I just got done watching an episode of Power, and it's one last chance. Why am I hearing dance with the devil? Okay. Yeah, so they're gonna try to come for you. I'm hearing the devil wants to dance with you. They want you to stay in a low vibrational energy. One last dance. I'm hearing that the darkness, they wanted you on their side. They wanted you to fight for them. Oh, it's so funny because now it's making sense. That episode of Power, they were trying to recruit people. Okay? Tommy was trying to recruit people on his side to fight a war. So they wanted to recruit you because they knew how powerful you are. I was talking about in The Craft, you have the character Nancy and you have the character Sarah. They were the two most powerful witches in the coven. One represented light, the other represented darkness. Okay? And so I'm hearing Spirit say they wanted you to go on the dark side. When I talk about darkness, it's not talking about bad. You have to get rid of this bad and good. I'm talking about you showing up authentically. And if you have to cuss somebody out, then cuss them out. Put them in their place. Speak your truth. Open your throat chakra. Be authentic. Thunder. Now I'm seeing Thor in that hammer. Yeah. Your tongue is a hammer, baby. And sometimes you got to put people in their place. You got to speak your truth. I'm hearing it's liberating for you and for other people. Now I'm hearing protect and serve again. So this just ties into, once again, the police cars and the sirens. I'm seeing the 911 synchronicity. Spiritually, you are here to protect and to serve. You are powerful. You are a warrior of God. You're a war angel. Yes. You're a war angel. That's why you've had battle after battle after battle in your life. I literally put down here, spiritual assassin. It's giving Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So you have no reason to be scared. It's time for you to see who you are. That same power that Yeshua carries, he's an ascended master. He's one of my ascended masters. Y'all got it all wrong. So when you talk about thank you, Jesus, he just like me. I'm just like him. It's funny because I have fight to protect. Thank you, Buddha. And now I have another note because Buddha is also one of my ascended masters. And Buddha reminded me that yes, we meditate, but monks, 441 on the clock right now. So 144 is who I'm talking to. Okay? Chosen ones. 441 for the skeptics. And now Spirit has me looking at 14th century fortress again. Period. Wow, and I literally have 44% on my phone. Archangel Michael in the house. Big earth angel energy that I'm speaking to. Buddha said monks train. A monk is peaceful, but they'll beat your ass. Did you know that? It's giving ninja. It's giving Kung Fu Panda. It's funny because pandas are black and white. That was no mistake. Balance. Balance. There's nothing wrong with you meditating. You holding your peace sometimes. But you need to be balanced. Walk in your power. Be assertive. Speak confidently. You don't need to shrink yourself when you come in a room. Say what you got to say and mean what you got to say. And who cares how people feel about it? That's a personal problem. Because I'm speaking to somebody with a big heart. And my phone just cut me off. It says storage full. Okay. But I was saying it was 4:44 on the clock a minute ago. Archangel Michael energy once again. I heard Metatron. You got some big hitters. You got some big hitters. You got some heavy hitters is what I'm hearing. You never walk alone. The only reason that God allowed you to be tested is because you had to discover your own power. And I'm hearing that's going to happen when you start seeing yourself differently, not as this little weakling, but as an earth angel. I'm hearing the same way that you see Archangel Michael, start seeing yourself that way. That's why you came here. That's why you came here. You were kings, you were queens. Yeah. You used to inspire battles and wars. I'm hearing warlords. You're powerful, bro. You're powerful. Joan of Arc is coming to mind. All of these people, you be watching these movies, right? And be like, man, he a badass. She a badass. That's you. That's you. Let's move on. I'm reading here. Sarah's power was greater because it came from light. Period. Thank you, Spirit. The other three came from darkness, and they let it overpower them. That's why Spirit said, I trust you. Because, yeah, you came from darkness too, collective. You've been through it too. And in the movie Craft, because Sarah was the white witch in Craft, she went through things too. She lost her mother at birth. Her mother died giving birth to her. So she came from a dark place too, but she didn't let it consume her. The other girls, they allowed their darkness to consume them. And so when they were practicing magic, it was coming from a dark place. But Spirit said, I'm speaking to an alchemist. I'm speaking to somebody who didn't let those situations and circumstances change their heart. You still have compassion for people. You love people. You do. You might not trust all of them, but you love them. And Spirit said, that's why I trust you with this power. Now it's making me think about the part in the movie, The Craft, right? At the end, when the girl Sarah, she finally awakens to her power, she stops being afraid of it. It's allowing your higher self to take the lead. She stopped being afraid of her higher power, of her God self. She finally let it take control. She stepped into her power. And then she said to the other girl, Nancy, who was trying to unalive her at the time, she was like, manna or source, right? Because I clarified in the first part that manna in the movie The Craft was source. It's source energy. It's neither good nor bad. It's neither light nor dark. It depends on the person. Okay? The power is just the power. But the girl Sarah said, manna said that you're in trouble because you abused the power that I gave you, right? Because I talked about the girl Nancy. She invoked the power of manna. She invoked spirit. The great spirit is what I'm hearing. So once again, you could have Native American, I'm hearing, in your past life. You could have been Native American. And they called it the great spirit. Some people call it the Holy Ghost. Is what I'm hearing, right? And it takes over your body. The power. The anointing. And so the girl, Nancy, initially she invoked the spirit. And it gave her powers to walk on water, to fly, to levitate. But she abused it. She started trying to unalive people. She started deceiving people. So in the end, the power was transferred to the girl Sarah. Now Nancy, she still had power. But Sarah became more powerful. Because of who she was. Because of her light. And her love. She became more powerful. And she then began to overpower Nancy. And she said to Nancy, manna said that you're in trouble. And you know what ended up happening to Nancy? In the end, she ended up in a psych ward. Why? Because Spirit revealed to me that energy was returned to her. I talked about in the first part where they were trying to drive the girl Sarah crazy because she didn't want to be a part of their coven anymore. So they were sending her all of these hallucinations and illusions to make her go crazy, to make her unalive herself. Well, that girl Nancy ended up in the psych ward. The other two girls ended up losing all of their power. I'm talking to somebody right now because this is your story. I know it's mine. I wasn't in a coven, but all the rest of it was true. That same power that they tried to use against you went back on them, ×3. But you can't be afraid of it. Because like I said, at first, Sarah, she was running scared from these girls. She was afraid of them. Until she realized, oh, I could do that too. I'm just as powerful. What am I running from? And when she stopped being afraid is when she embraced it. That's when she stepped into her power and her authority. So Spirit said, I trust you because I know what you're going to do with it. I know you're not going to abuse it. So stop running from it, collective. Because spirit needs for you to stand in your power, because you're a protector here on earth. Yeah, so that's the next note here. I'm kind of flipping around now, but I put here Nancy was turned to a reprobated mind. It talks about that in the Bible. Spirit said this is what they were talking about. Because many people have tried to go against the chosen ones, to call us crazy. They're going to be the ones that end up crazy. You can bank on that. And Spirit said you are not evil. I wrote down. You are powerful. And they didn't want you to see this. This is why, like I said before, they promote all of these peaceful movements. Now, I'm not saying to go and create anarchy. I'm saying it's okay for you to speak your mind. It's not about you sitting under a tree all day meditating. That serves a purpose. That's for you to be able to connect with your higher self and to give you a moment just to like zone out of this 3D world, of this third dimension. You need that sometimes because it reminds you that you're not human, you're spirit. When you close your eyes, everything disappears. Your spirit. So the angel said, stop fearing your power. You know that you're capable of, I put beating a bitch ass. And I have here Kendrick Lamar, 30 for 30. And specifically, I was hearing that one line when he talked about, it's something about, I think he says something about a spiritual girl that'll beat a bitch ass or something like that. Spirit said, yeah, you need to be very balanced. And Kendrick Lamar is a chosen one. Yes, he is. He's one that has stepped into his power. When you start speaking your truth, people start listening. Spirit said, no more blurred lines. Your angelic spiritual warriors is what I have here. I also want you guys to go and look into somebody named Florence Scovel Shen. Florence Scovel Shen. There's something that she says in her book, Evil is Unreal. What she means by that is that God is nor evil nor good. God is just God. God is everything. We put labels on things. And once you stop deeming things as evil, you will stop fearing them in the first place. You will stop feeling like, oh, somebody attacking me. That's an energy. That's a frequency. That's what they want you in. They want you to think that they're the big bad wolf. That you have to be afraid of them because they huff and they puff. Or they're going to blow your house down. I don't think so. I'm hearing your house is made of bricks. So it ain't no huffing and puffing and blowing your house down. Now I'm hearing cement. You're cemented in the spirit. You don't have to fear anything, baby. Your soul is powerful. I'm hearing primordial, ancient one. Spirit said, I am all things. And once again, I wrote down here, I am thunder. Also, the number 711, 122 could be significant. Range Rovers, motorcycles, specifically white, red, or orange. You could be seeing these things. You could have one of these things. Jeeps, the color gold is a big one. I think I saw like 2 or 3 gold vehicles yesterday, which is abnormal. That's rare. But golden light. I'm hearing solar plexus. Also Metatron. Okay. I also had a pop-up, a notification that said this order is a gift. And Spirit said, God is gifting you. God is gifting you. And I'm hearing with gifts. Your gifts are coming online. It is a gift from God. Don't let anybody demonize it. Your psychic abilities, your telepathic abilities. I'm hearing some of you are telekinetic. You can move things with your mind. They made all these movies, Carrie and all this stuff, to make you think that all of this stuff is satanic. This is all God power. It's all source energy. You just don't know how to use it. I'm hearing it's the manipulation of energy. Okay? Telekinesis. All of these different things. You're going to start coming online. Do not be afraid. Levitation. Transcendental. I'm hearing a lot of different things. Do not be afraid. The less fear that you hold, the quicker that you will come into your gifts. It is fear that is holding you back. It is indoctrination. Because you're demonizing yourself. You're fearing yourself. Stop that, is what I'm hearing. Now, another synchronicity was the color blue. Saw a lot of blue cars yesterday. And I also heard my song at that time, Everything New. So Spirit said, in this season, everything is new. I'm hearing including you. This is a new version of you. 2.0, 3.0. Wow, I'm hearing 5.0. Okay, Spirit, I feel you. It's given fifth dimension. 5.0. Wow, that's a big jump. But that's you. You're on a whole nother level. Fifth dimension. You think it and it happens. That's how powerful you are. Spirit said this journey has been about overcoming fear. Overcoming your fears. The easiest way to overcome your fear is facing them head on. And I'll be honest, Spirit is saying that most of you fear yourself. So start facing it. Start facing yourself. Ask yourself why you fear certain things. Why you fear doing things. Why you fear saying things. Why you fear believing in things. Why you fear trying things. Is it because you've been indoctrinated? Is it because somebody told you that this is bad or this is good? That's where the work begins. I'm hearing have your own mind. And I'm seeing now divine balance. 69. So masculine and feminine energy. Spirit said you're now balanced. In your own masculine and feminine energy, this is what's bringing in everything. This is what's bringing in love, money, success. Also, I saw a lot of bulls yesterday. And it's funny because number 23 is significant, right? Chicago Bulls. Wow. And power is taking place in Chicago. Thank you, Spirit. You know, I haven't watched that show in so long, and I was just led to watch it. I was like, I want to watch Power today. And I'm one of those people, I'm just going to do it because I know it's probably a message in it. But it took place in Chicago. So Chicago could be significant. 14% on my phone. But I saw bulls. It was giving Taurus energy. I'm hearing Spirit say you need to be a little more bullheaded when it comes to your beliefs, when it comes to you standing in your power and standing in your authenticity. You can be bullheaded about the wrong things, but in this case, Spirit wants you to be tough. A bull's skin is tough. And I also saw a sign that said blue rhino. So that's another animal is very tough. Okay, did you see them horns? They both have horns. Okay. And I put here protector, big energy. Yeah, they both have big energy. You don't want to mess with one of those. You don't want to mess with them. 11% on my phone. I'm going to wrap this up. Goats are significant. I talked about this in the first message. You the goat. 444, 666, and FedEx trucks. Also, electronics malfunctioning. Yeah, that's going to start happening. Because you glitch in the system. Because your power is coming online. Have you ever saw those movies? Actually, it's in The Craft too. On this one part when Nancy, she gets really mad at her stepdad because he hits her mom. Next thing you know, she's shorting out the lights in the house. Because her energy was big. So technology could start malfunctioning around you. It's not always a spiritual attack. Sometimes it's just your energy. Yeah. Spirit said, you don't need to fear losing people who are not your people. Your people will understand you. Do not lose yourself to hold on to others. Spirit said this comes from abandonment. You fearing losing people. I talked about this in the first message. So Spirit wanted me to touch on it again in this message. 10% on my phone. The end of karmic cycles. Do not fear losing people by you being authentic. If somebody walks out of your life because they don't like the version of you that you show up as, let them go. That wasn't your person. Those aren't your people. They're doing you a favor. Let them go. When people unfollow me now, I get happy. Thank you, Spirit. You're cleaning house. I'm not going to conform and modify myself to keep people around, to get followers, to get likes. No, baby, go on about your business. Because for every person I lose, Spirit is going to replace them with 10 more. Believe that. And they're actually going to be in alignment. So don't be afraid to lose people. Don't be afraid to lose followers. Don't be afraid to lose likes. It's giving quality over quantity. And in this season, quality trumps quantity. So once again, collective, I'm going to try to wrap this up because I don't want to do a part 3. And I have like 10% on my phone. Spirit said a mantra for this collective is, I accept all of me. I am the true personification of God energy. I am the true embodiment of Mother Sophia. That was a powerful mantra the Spirit gave me. She's balance. She is nature. She is creator. 6-9. Yin and yang. You are both. Light and dark. Embrace it, collective. Now, I might do a part 3 just to kind of elaborate on this movie, The Craft. But I would suggest you go and watch it, collective. Go and watch that movie. And I want you to see it through a different eye now that I've told you that it is your story. It is your story. Okay? Whether you subscribe to it or not, baby, you are magical. You're a magi. I'll save that for another video. But starseeds, you are magical. Now I'm thinking of the song with Beyonce. Now I'm thinking of the song with Beyonce when she say, I didn't ask for this power. I forgot what song it is. No, you didn't ask for it, but you are powerful. You are powerful. You didn't have to ask for it because it just is who you are. That's just who you are. It is what it is. So start embracing it. Loving yourself, I'm hearing, unconditionally. Don't let the world make you hate yourself or demonize yourself because they don't agree with you. They don't understand you. They're still lost. Understand, they're asleep. They're asleep. Okay? So you can't put it in their hands anyway to define you. They're asleep. They don't even know who they are. They're under a spell. They're under an illusion. And that's fine. But don't you fall asleep trying to fit in with them. You're here to awaken them. That's what you volunteered to do, to come and awaken them out of their sleep. So you're not supposed to be asleep with them. If everybody asleep, who's going to wake everybody up? Well, good news, collective. Good news, collective. It looks like I've pretty much gone through most of the synchronicities anyway and the messages that I had. Also, Merlin, represents the thunder, lightning, initiation. So I'm speaking to a collective that has gone through an initiation into magic. Merlin is real, yes. Yes. He's one of my ascendant masters. So cool. I love Merlin. But Merlin initiates you into magic, dealing with manifestation. He teaches you how to become the creator of your reality. I'm hearing mental magic. It's all mental. Now I'm hearing mind over matter. Yeah, because your mind is actually creating matter. It's creating your reality. And the last message here, Spirit wanted me to touch on, is that when they call you evil, they're calling God evil. Let me repeat that. When they call you evil, they're calling God evil. Okay? Understand that. It's not personal. It's just they don't understand who they are. They've forgotten who they are. So they're not really coming at you. They're coming at God. They're not really mad at you. They're mad at God. So let God handle that, is what I'm hearing. Okay? But once again, collective, I love you guys. Thanks for sitting in on this message. It's time for you to reclaim your power. Like I said in the first message, this is your Genesis. This is your new beginning. So don't let anybody steal your thunder, baby. Stay in your magic. 7% on my phone. Peace and love.